doing a second vote on the rules that you heard tonight on both of those subjects, all within the rule of furbearer management. Then the department will be pulling together the second vote, trying to schedule a meeting ahead of time with the Legislative Committee on Administrative Rules. That's made up of both the House and the Senate. Their main guidelines are to look at the rule and to make sure that it follows the intent of the legislature and the enabling authority that the board had the authority to create the rule that it did to do that. They usually get a letter from the chair. I still refer to as the Fish and Wildlife Committee. I know they've changed their name, but and also the Senate Natural Resources Chair too, usually weighs in on every rule that's done to the rule of those committees of jurisdiction, our rules on fish and wildlife, make sure that it's kosher to the process that's being done. So depending on what LCAR does, we hope for positive reaction, but from it, I think we've done a good, thorough, fair process in this worked with the board. Then we'll move back to the board and ask them for a third vote. The whole goal is to have this become effective by January 1, 2024, to be the law. We will be putting a placeholder in the law book on both of these activities to alert hunters and trappers to go to our website for the current regulations that they need to abide by in 2024. I can't thank you all enough. Thank the board for coming here and volunteering your time and serving on the board. I was pleasantly happy, thrilled to see the participation. I got to get around to every group. I found everybody was respectful. I can't thank the department staff for doing due diligence of recording all the comments and being patient as people talked and made sure that they recorded in their verbiage of what they had to say to do that. I want to encourage all of you, if you have any more comments at all, please send them in. With the open public comment period is to the end of this month, June 30th. I can give you an email address, but I think the easiest way is just go to the department website and you'll see right on our homepage, you can click on public comments for this and you can submit an email to the department. Even if you came here tonight, gave us your comments, please feel free to go back in and share any more comments, or you want to emphasize a point, you want to add more information that would be helpful for the board to do this. We will collate every comment. All the questions we've received last night, tonight, and tomorrow night, we're going to be doing a virtual public hearing. We will do a responsive summary for all those and provide it to the board. It will also be on our website. Someone asked me in one of the work groups if they can think about these questions more, will they be on the website? Yes, they will. I can't know if they're on the website right now, but I'll make sure by tomorrow we get them up there with the presentation that Kim Royer did and Major Sean Fowler. So you can see that again. We'll be showing that same taped presentation that you saw here tonight, tomorrow night, and then we're going to allow people to comment again on these same questions. Depending on the number of people that connect with us tomorrow night, we'll try to figure out how much time to limit people to comment. So on behalf of the department and all the staff, hats off to the staff for doing a great job here tonight. And the board for being here. I can't thank you enough, and particularly the people that came here tonight. Whether you enjoy hunting, trapping, or just wildlife in the state of Vermont, this is important. We take every comment and your questions seriously. So thank you. That closes our formal part of the groups, but we are also willing to take and record any other comments that somebody wants to share with the group. I'll ask you to address your statements or comments to me and to keep it within 2 minutes or so, just to be respectful of people's time. But and otherwise, if you want to hit the road and go home, I guess there's still a little daylight. Thank you for coming here tonight and safe travels. So if anybody's got a comment or statement that they'd like to make, now's the time. And I would just encourage you to maybe come down halfway down the hall and project your voice so people can hear you. So I'll go ahead in the back. Yep.
my question was, if Fish and Wildlife ever considered requiring what Aqua recommends, we use Aqua as like the gold model, right? And Aqua has BMPs specific for each species. They have like, so in Vermont, there's 14 different BMPs. The BMPs that have been shared are insufficient because they don't protect non-target species. So that was my question. If you really want to follow Aqua's BMP process and wildlife monograph, then you should be requiring BMPs specific for each species. And on Aqua's website, they have that listed, all the different furbearer species and BMPs for each species. But it seems to me like BMPs have been kind of not thoroughly explained all the nuances and complexities to legislators and the public. 6.25-inch leadable trap might be okay for a coyote, but it's not going to be okay for a gray fox or a skunk or small animal. So a lot of these things are very nuanced, and so I guess I don't know the answer to that. And also, one last thing, APRA advises against making BMPs regulations for this very reason. APRA said that they're too complex to turn into regulations. They're hard to enforce. So it seems like in response to the bill to ban leadable traps, this was offered as, we don't even ban leadable traps, we'll just make them more humane and we use for use apples BMPs without really explaining all the nuances. And I think it's really important. So if folks want to understand better, go on Apple's website. There's BMPs for each species. And what's recommended by Fish and Wildlife will do nothing to protect non-targeted, especially animals.
I had a couple questions there and some comments, so I know we've got all that. And I have 3 minutes after that, maybe you would want to speak. If you would just state who you are and your residence, your town, and everything.
I'm going to help them make this so on.
Thank you. Anybody else want to make a statement or comment?
George Walker, very clarification on the 50-foot rule from the regulations. The hash trail goes across the property, private land. Is that 50-foot rule? Maintaining on that property? That's one of my questions. The comment is for the 100 permits that are going to be given out, I believe you should have a Vermont hunter's license or a hunter's license in the state of Vermont to apply for those permits. In other words, there will be people applying for those permits and Vermont hunters, and I should something right.
Thank you, Director. Yes. Right, thank you.
I don't feel you with that.
Right, stand up. Can you just say we're going to get on to the next?
I'll tell you what George said. I can foresee going forward, if more than 100 people apply for the permits, you should be done with a lottery system like the animals and everybody, it should be first come, first served, it should be done with a lottery.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Come over to this side. You got it here. Far back. Okay. We got it. Last. Bring it on.
You come down to the, if you hear me, my name's Brian, Vermont. And I want to speak to the BMPs also, legislative mandate in Act 159, directed the department to reduce animal suffering by introducing BMPs. And yet there's no change to the use of the Cognitor 220 to fisher trapping that provided the research paper done by researchers first to be the Canada at the BMP testing laboratory that proves, and I quote, although the Cognitor 220 trap is often recommended as alternative to steel level trap, it is unlikely that it has potential to fishers. So I don't even know why it has been included in the fishing BMP still. I asked every employee, the project here, the fur department, I haven't gotten an answer. I say the Sawsmell, I haven't gotten an answer. I would really like to know why a trap that is not passed BMP testing, the research facility is being allowed to be used.
You got a copy of the plant.
I provided the team provided.
Okay.
Payments.
If I can be notified.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Brian, spell check. Say the thing, like, you know, the left, back to the right. Change down the front.
Jerry Makeup from Roxbury. I want to speak on behalf of the adopting designated new practices into the Vermont traffic regulations. And the traffic is the 1950s. And the member of the Vermont Traffic Association has been involved with the BTA to do this, how best to improve better practices to address the legitimate concerns of safety and the welfare of traffic. BTA spent many months discussing and developing these estimates of the new BMP, which was presented to the department. Tonight, you will receive comments from the recreational lobbyists from several 1,880 traffic groups about the cruelty of traffic and other arguments that traffic should not be allowed. But this hearing should only be about the methods, it's about the merits of adopting this to be. One of the arguments will be that these regulations are unenforceable. This is a specious argument at best. It's responsible people act responsibly. When these GMPs are adopted, the traffic is acting will follow with their conditions. The BTA is not condoned irresponsible traffic. One of the DMV prosecution traffic arguments will be describing one other case. This thing have to go back to that incident, that dog, I guess, when unfortunately was spotted. And I mentioned BTA is not condoned irresponsible traffic. It works with law enforcement. You have these people fight. I've never heard any of these individuals disassociate themselves from the eco-terrorist scenario. I would also like to speak in favor of the continuing on the fire and now the fire now that's important activity. In Massachusetts, the limited traffic, but the opportunities exist. There are no police in the town to fire to attacking people. Because the things are not something they've lost their fear. How do we reinforce that fear of man environment? And this fear will likely be reduced in the comments. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you.
Let's not. Time to do that.
Fine. I have a copy of that, we want to take the night.
Great.
We have it on. It's about the big trade. There won't be this. She has to find some picture now. Thanks. Is there anything else? For my comment, if I could make that. Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm Kevin Kinsey, I live in Corinth, Vermont. And so we're here to talk about BMPs tonight. And my issue is a little bit of a side issue, it has to do with public safety. Setbacks are one aspect of public safety. Another aspect is signage for traffic areas. I think it's really important that everybody think about this, consider it. I think it should be a requirement. My dog, Tara, was killed in December of last year by a body ripping trap. She died in my arms a half mile from my house, and I carried her back in my car and took her home to Gainford, Kenya next morning and got the trap off of her neck. If there had been signage at the front of that, the top of that road, she would not have been killed that way. I think the onus ability is on you, trappers, and the Fish and Wildlife Department to make this a requirement. I didn't see any reason why it's not a requirement. Are you afraid that your traps will be sabotaged? Are you don't like the idea of somebody telling what you want to do on your private property? Do you feel it's a hiker's responsibility to inquire from every property owner where you happen to be hiking that day? Hey, you have traps on your property this fall? Us hikers, 69% of us in the state, according to your Vermont Fish and Wildlife Department Responsible Management Survey, there's 69 Vermonters who like to hike in the state. And we're all at risk for 5 months out of the year, man. It's a long time. So I would just like to, put it on the record that I think this is something that really needs to be considered. This does not address, the suffering and distress of trapped animals, but it does help to maybe keep our pets a little bit safer and children as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Address me. Turn the lights off. I just want to report your comments.
Okay, thank you, I had to leave him in, and it's bullshit. I had trouble with the government that boarded my land, and there's both counties has dogs police law. But yet they use my log road, they bring their dogs up there, I talked to them, I had your dog give my traffic report. Hey, keep on my land, you're supposed to, go on, try to use it. So chances are, lady, if your dog is asleep, it's plenty of consideration. Thank you.
Any volunteering, any member from Sonic Cross?
I just want to share one thing that I think is overlooked in a lot of the conversations about this, that when, there was a good article about this, I believe, but it was from the traffic organization, that many traps that do unfortunately, trap pets are traps that are set illegal. I'm not sure the circumstances of your particular pet, if it was trapped illegally, personally trapped, and all the people that I know that trapped, all of them rules through the key, and if they did, I don't believe that your dog would have been 5 feet in the tree or under the water. To enter a conflict. I just think that's worth thinking of, just in this whole conversation, that, these best management practices very often will be pets on farm, including the limited tracks where they can be let go from football. There's a very good article, there's put out, I forget, but it's put out by the traffic division. Well, documented, and I honestly wish that that was more publicly known. Whether, because there are articles put out where they're like, a dog ended up in a bike or in a trap, and people don't, they neglect to say whether it was set legally or not, and that the cast trap was in that bite. And it doesn't tell the whole truth.
Thank you. So, their name and time.
What?
Name and time, is that?
So I don't said the leash law. I feel like I said that because it's so ironic that there's a leash law for pets, but with hounding, there's no leash law. It's just, the irony of that is dripping. Second problem I make is about the, opposing land. The penalties you put in place for hounds going in opposing land is completely inadequate. And I want that on record to say, you should lose your hunting license for life if your dog goes on opposing land. If you're in control, it shouldn't be a problem, right? But you're in control, so why do you let that happen? Thank you.
Thank you. You can make that comment. Yeah, you need to write it down. Anyone else that hasn't had a chance to speak tonight? Yeah.
Sarah from Trans Isle, from Yard. Here to support wildlife. I work with Project Coyote. They're a national science-based nonprofit that uses the best cutting edge science to perform all of their work. I wish a vision out like Department of Vermont were doing. Most of these recommendations are not informed by the current science about best management practices. Our understanding from studies that we're looking at is that trapping can never be made humane. So we would go a step beyond what you're doing here, and we would say that these BMTs will never make trapping more humane. I also just wanted to make a comment about the hunting issue, which is that radio collars are necessary to control dogs. Your only Fish and Wildlife person testified about this in March. Basically mentioned that the radio collars don't work after 1 mile of range, and then go over the incline where the collars don't work. So my question is, how do these, rules that we're proposing actually protect landowners' rights and the rights of homeowners or farmers who don't want something on their property? Thank you.
Well, I've been things that are not spoken already. Nobody else wants to agree, I'm trying to hear everyone's time. We'll vote to pass or something, this is the assault. If no one else wants to speak, you're welcome to speak again.
Just really quick, I was gonna make a comment, but, my organization is, Coastal Recreational Tracking, and that's referring to a letter that one of my members wrote, but I'll tell you, there's trappers in this room that traps dogs and cats. So to say that, you know, good trappers don't trap domestic animals, if you set a baited trap in the woods and you leave for a day, you are gonna trap dogs and cats. So to say that doesn't happen is being disobedient. So trappers in this room, you know, you trap dogs and cats. So I just want to have more of that kind of honest discussion. And no trapper wants to trap a dog or cat. Not saying that. I'm happy now that it's required to report it when it happens. But to say that new trappers don't trap dogs and cats, it's just anecdotal. But I have records that escape other. That's all.
Thank you. People, farming work, thank you so much for coming here tonight. And I mean, we wouldn't be here tonight if we didn't put on that we're working for the legislative mandate to make traffic, made and safe in Vermont.
It's impossible.
We're hard on that, that's our goal. We look forward to get there, we got something. Safe travels, people.
Hey, Mike. Welcome to bring you work. Thank you.